Nicknamed the biggest little city in the world, Reno has a lot to offer for a relatively small city. I've visited the city on a few occasions, and I think Reno is a very unique and interesting mid-sized city. In this series, I quickly touch on a city's history, population, skyline, as well as a few things that make it unique. Now, let's meet Reno. I always like to start by exploring how a city wound up being where it is today. In the mid-1850s, pioneers started settling in Truckee Meadows, which is near the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountain range. Just prior to 1860, one of the settlers built a log toll bridge which made Reno the preferred crossing point for the Truckee River. This bridge is really what put Reno on the map and helped the settlement start growing, especially when the first major silver discovery in the country, the Comstock Lode, was made in the nearby Virginia city. The Transcontinental Railroad arrived in 1868, the same year that Reno was officially established as a town. In 1885, the University of Nevada moved from Elko to Reno, further legitimizing the small city. Reno has grown to become the third largest city in Nevada behind Las Vegas and Henderson, with a population of about 264,000 people. That population makes it the 81st largest city in the country. If you've watched my videos, you know I like to look at a city's metro population, and Reno is home to around 490,000 people, making it the second largest metro in the state and the 112th largest in the US. Recently, Reno has had a burgeoning tech scene, making it one of the fastest growing mid-sized cities for high-income earners. The largest employer in the city is the Washoe County School District. Call me shallow, but when it comes to cities, I think appearances matter, which is why evaluating a city's skyline is usually my favorite part of making these videos. Although I wouldn't argue that Reno has the prettiest skyline, it's actually not a bad skyline given the city's size. The first time I saw Reno in person was in the evening, and if you'll excuse the pun, I've got to say that it's at night that this skyline really shines. This is due to all of the colors and lights given off by the casinos, which I'll talk more about in a minute. If you took the average height of the tallest 5 buildings in the city, Reno would be ranked as the 62nd tallest skyline in the country, just short of Long Beach, California. The tallest building in the city is the Silver Legacy Resort and Casino, which stands at 410 feet. The casino also includes the most eye-catching landmark of the city, the giant white ball. This is considered to be the world's largest composite dome, and it serves as an atrium for the casino. When it comes to things that make the city unique, I've got to start with the fact that Reno has the second most casinos in the country, only trailing Las Vegas. Nevada legalized gambling in 1931 in an attempt to lift the state out of the Great Depression. That of course led to Las Vegas eventually becoming the entertainment capital of the world, but it also led to growth for Reno. I personally don't gamble, but I can appreciate the fact that these lights, attractions, and odd buildings that I enjoy are only there because of the casinos. The city is home to another large sphere, which is meant to resemble a bowling ball. It sits atop the National Bowling Stadium. This building is sometimes referred to as the Taj Mahal of 10-pin because it houses a whopping 78 bowling lanes with stadium seating. One of the most iconic landmarks of the city is the Reno Arch. This arch spans Virginia Street and includes the city's motto, the biggest little city in the world. It was built to celebrate the completion of the Lincoln Highway. Just off the arch is the Base Camp Climbing Wall, which is the tallest climbing wall in the country. The wall extends 164 feet up along the side of the Whitney Peak Hotel. Reno is the closest metro to the famous Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is the largest alpine lake in North America and only trails the 5 Great Lakes in terms of total volume. And in an attempt to tie this lake back to cities, I should mention that it's deep enough to cover the entire Willis Tower in Chicago. And while we're talking about unique things just outside of the city of Reno, I will finish by mentioning that Elon Musk is building the world's largest building about 20 miles east of the city. The Tesla Gigafactory will cover a footprint of about 6 million square feet, making it roughly the size of 100 football fields. Well, that wraps up my video about Reno. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and check out some of my other videos about cities. Thanks for watching.